Hello, everyone. Welcome. This is Cynthia with your Daily Tarot. I hope you've been having a wonderful week. I enjoy having you here. Thank you so much for being here. This week's tarot deck is the Feng Shui Tarot. Remember, these messages are timeless, so whenever you happen to find this video, there are likely messages here for you. And feel free, if you know anybody who might appreciate these messages, feel free to share the video. And I also invite you to take a few deep breaths and tune into your own intuition, your own higher self, your own spirit guides, and see what messages you receive. And if the messages that I bring forth resonate with you, or you have an insight that you yourself would like to share, please use that comment section below. It's wonderful to hear from you. What is the collective energy for today, Spirit? Let us see. The Lovers in reverse. I heard losing steam. Oh. I feel like we've seen this card before, earlier in the week. So the beginning of the week had the Lovers card, and here we are, the end of the week. I'll go ahead and link that other video in the description box below, just in case those messages resonate as well, if you haven't seen it. But yeah, what I'm picking up here is that if there have... Traditionally, the Lover's card is like the card of making a decision. It feels like we're at a crossroads and we have to choose between two paths. But sometimes we neglect to see that there's a game trail that cuts through. You know what I mean? You might be at a crossroads and you have two paths, but we might not notice that there's like a walkway. It's not a path proper, but it's a walkway. Or that we have the capacity to forge our own path forward that might be parallel to, but slightly shifted in degrees from the direction of any of the other paths, right? So there seems to be something here about if you've been mulling over a problem or a decision or trying to choose between options, and everything really feels like, you know, pros and cons wise, everything feels kind of like balanced out, or none of them seem like a good idea. And it's like, so what do I do with this, right? It feels like at this point, whatever you've been going through all week long, either the deadline is coming up, or there does seem to be some kind of a relief around this. So either you have to make a decision, and then it's going to be done and over with, or you chose one thing and maybe you started out this week on that, and now you're coming to another crossroads and you're like, damn, didn't I just do this? or something came up that kind of gave you this moment of, oh, yeah, maybe no. But it feels like there's a shift or a change going on here. It feels like, and it could also be like I said in the very beginning, like a running out of steam. So you might just need to take a break. Even though, say you started off in a direction and you're feeling like, like you're on the right track, and you've been kind of like working through obstacles, and it's like some things are working out and some things aren't. They're still, stubborn. There could be this sense of just like needing to take a break. Or if there's an internal pressure that's coming up, or an internal conflict, because there is a deadline, or because somebody is expecting a response and you just don't know, right? It's almost like this is a let go. Excuse me. Like a take a break from deciding, because you'll get a sign. Do something fun and enjoyable to distract yourself in order to not ruminate. Or if you intuitively know, like the confident knowing, you might not necessarily like it, or you might be resistant or hesitant because your brain keeps telling you it's not the right thing, but your heart, your intuition, it keeps quietly nudging you in that direction. And if you've started to take steps, maybe not so quiet, maybe those feelings are getting stronger, but there's still some kind of a nervousness or hesitancy as to whether or not it's the right thing to do. Today might be the day where you have to sort of dispel some of those energies, where you have to kind of let yourself be right. Play the what if up game. Instead of saying, oh, what if this happens and that goes wrong? Or what if I don't have that? Turn around and say, what if it goes right? What if I'm right? What if this thing works out, even if in an odd way? What if I don't know exactly how it's supposed to work? I'm just supposed to do the thing and it'll start working. So kind of give yourself an opportunity to shift your perspective or shift your mindset if you're having any heaviness about it. If you're not having heaviness about whatever this is that's been going on this week or today, because it might not have anything to do with the Lover's card from the beginning of the week. Could be in something completely different. But the energy is the same, and that's important to remember too. So always go back to your heart center and lighten it up, and then make a decision, and then move forward. Because just for an example, if you yourself as a person are shifting or changing or moving, transforming, because, we never stop growing, okay? So there's always that point where we're going to be making changes. Those changes always shift our energy internally. That's when we start to see the effects of our changes. That's when we start to see the fruits of our labor and the results of our actions, right? See effectiveness of things coming together is when our energy changes, not just that we moved something from here to there. Yes, that's a change, but I can actually see something different in the crystal now, right? So it's like there's something different, and it's shifting something in me. It's not just that I moved the crystal from there to there, right? I'm now different. I'm now picking up on, wow, I gotta meditate with that one again. picking up on something different, right? So even if earlier in the week you had a similar crossroads decision, choice to make, or didn't know what direction to take a thing, and let's say that had to do with a relationship, family, friend, partner, new relationship, new partnership, whatever. But now here, the end of the week, maybe this has to do with something that you are looking at work, and you have a decision to make about, well, so yesterday I got hit with this thing, and now I'm in this energy of making a decision, and I only have until this date to decide, and now I don't know what to do, right? It's not that your relationships are changing or that work might be changing. It's that you're changing. And when you're making those changes within yourself, or if you come at all of these shifts in your life that could be going on from within yourself, then it becomes a little bit clearer to see what each thing in each area or situation or aspect needs to shift or needs to change, or what the clear direction is. You might know that, in one area of life, say with your health, you might know that you have to go in that direction or make those changes or do that thing, right? It's either a health, wellness, fitness goal that you have, or it's a part of a physical healing journey, which comes from healing the spirit anyway. You may have really been inspired by something new, and it's getting you focused in a particular direction, and you need to get that started, or you need to read more about it, or whatever the case might be. That could be very clear to you while you're making those changes. And yet over here at work, or in this relationship or that situation, it's not so clear to you. So look at the things that are working, where you are making changes, and you might think, well, that's completely unrelated, or, that's easy. Well, yeah. But what if everything could be easy? That one might be obvious to you. That one might be easy to you. It might not be related to the other things, but guess how it is related to the other things? You. You're the common denominator in every single situation in your life. So what it comes down to is recognizing that, again, whether this is a carryover from earlier energy where we saw the Lover's card a few days ago, or whether this has to do with yesterday's card's epiphany and shifting direction in something else that may or may not have anything to do with that other energy. No matter what, there could be this feeling of recognizing, again, your agency in the middle of whatever these options are, whatever these directions are, whatever these choices are, and you having to be that unifying principle from your spirit. Because while this might be home life and this might be work life, you still have to take your internal world and sync it up with your behaviors and your actions and, your thoughts and feelings with your actions and words unified, so that you can take inventory, you can take stock of where you're at, you can be in the flow. And that's what's going to help you to make your decision or take action or make the changes that you need to make. And if you look at something that is working out in your life, the changes that seem to be easy or going smoothly or working for you, look at your mindset, look at your motivation, look at your feelings and your perspective on those changes. Maybe not in detail, but in general. Look at those feelings. Look at the energy that you yourself are bringing to the table and try and shift that same mindset towards this new thing that might be cropping up. Shifting that energy towards, okay, well, I have to make a decision here or make a change there. So again, yeah, I want to feel at peace. I want to feel accomplished. I want to feel energized. Get yourself in that state by thinking of the thing that's working out where you do feel accomplished, energized, at peace, whatever. And then look at the situation and say, which of these options brings me peace? And if your mind starts going, shut it off and sit in meditation. And I know it sounds really easy, that whole easier said than done. Don't think like that either. Turn around and say, baloney. Easier said than done. It's a piece of cake. I'm going to sit down and I'm just going to meditate for 15 minutes. And then I'm going to play that song while I do the dishes. And then I'm going to, I have to go here and do that. But you know what? I'm going to have fun today. I'm going to stay at ease today. And then I'm going to come back to this in like an hour or two. Or I'm going to come back to this later. Maybe I'll journal about it later. And when you're in a good feeling state, not when you're worried about it, not when you've been overthinking it for 20 minutes, not when you are feeling anxious or pressured, or you're running through the to-do list or anything like that. But when you're feeling relaxed, when you're feeling in the good state, when you're feeling in the good mood, when you're feeling energized and empowered, oh yeah, let me sit down and just journal about this for a minute and lay it out very objectively. From that state of lightness and openness, write down exactly objectively what the choice is, what the option is, what the decision is. You know, is this going to bring me closer to my goal or take me away from it? You know, I'm feeling blocked. Be very objective about it when you're journaling it. And just kind of do like maybe an automatic writing where you kind of relinquish control and you just kind of do, or stream of consciousness. Stream of consciousness writing, if done for long enough, can actually turn into an automatic writing or a channeled writing, especially if you take a few moments to tune in to your spirit guides or your intuition. You know, and it doesn't have to follow a journal prompt unless you enjoy that specific clarity and objectivity that's bringing out the good feelings. You know what I mean? But get yourself into a good feeling state. Try not to ruminate over it. Center yourself, bringing together the internal and the external. Unifying. Be the unifying principle, the common denominator in all situations. Recognize your agency. And then you'll be able to see more clearly what you need to do about it. Oh, whew, that was pretty cool energy. Thank you so much for being here. I really, truly appreciated having you. Let me know how this all turns out for you or how it resonates, okay? I look forward to seeing you again tomorrow. And, you know, if you like the video, go ahead and hit the like button. Feel free to use the comment section to share your thoughts and insights. And if you're liking the content on the channel, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. I'd love to have you here. So many peace and blessings to you today, and we'll see you tomorrow.